Amy.
Hey, Jack.
I'm gay.
Oh my god, that is so funny. I'm also gay. I was going to tell you.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
And you're listening to Dating Straight. Hey, Amy.
Hey, Jack. Hey, Emmy.
Hey, Emmy.
Hey!
So it's always fun introducing our guests because we've already been talking for 5 minutes on the audio-only pre-show. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, we did an audio-only pre-show all about Emmy meeting or getting surprised by David Dobrik, which is an iconic moment in like
TikTok
Twitter
history.
Yeah, I guess. And so if you want to listen to that, make sure to go listen on the podcast app, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Also, make sure to rate 5 stars, review, and subscribe to our Patreon where we make extra episodes, live streams, and newsletters every month. I almost did it perfectly.
Yeah, you always forget the newsletter. So basically
It's
what
my
we're trying to
least favorite
say
part.
is we're busy, is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
So let's get into the weekly catch up. Oh, okay. So my catch up for this week.
Wait,
it's usually.
Should we introduce Emmy? Who are you?
Oh yeah, Emmy. What's up? Who are you? Sorry.
Hi, I'm Emmy. I do social media, ? That's it.
Ooh.
Cool.
That was really well thought out.
Succinct.
Yeah, to the point. Like, do you do anything specific on social media?
I suppose that you could call me a TikToker.
Honestly, that whole hand gesture just proved that yes, you are a TikToker. Confirmed.
Are you embarrassed about it?
No, it's just like a funny title. Like, oh, what do you do? Like, I'm a TikToker. Like, huh? A little odd.
It's very teen.
It is pretty
Bro, we
teen,
are
though.
teens problem. Okay, yeah, so let's get into our catch up. Enough about
Okay.
you, Emmy. Let's talk about us.
Yeah. Okay, catch up is that Jack, I was on the phone with Jack and then he said girl, your famous birthday's picture is busted. Like, why were you, I don't remember why we were
That
on.
is literally not true.
I just
would
remember being on the
never
phone
say that.
and then you and Levi laughing at my famous birthday picture. And then I looked and it was fugly. What?
No.
Wait, what
no.
happened?
Let me explain.
Tell me.
Okay. First of all, the fact that you think that I would ever say that is wrong. It was your roommate, Levi, who said, wow, they picked the worst picture of you. Then you reported to me, and I was the one who just said, ooh.
And let me tell you, it is ugly. So I emailed an email that I used to have for famous birthdays. She doesn't work there anymore, apparently. And then I emailed another email being like, why did you do me so dirty? And then they didn't reply, but they sent me a link to update my pictures. And then in the description as to why I'm updating my pictures, I was like, they are fugly. Remove them, please. So hopefully they can do that. Get rid of them. Don't want it. Oh my God, I've never looked more like Lord Farquaad in my whole life. So that's my catch up.
That's cool. Emmy, if you don't know, Amy and I, we check our famous birthdays daily because we are on the road to trying to become the #1 most famous Amy and Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, can't you boost them?
How?
Yeah, well, if any of you guys should go to our famous birthdays. Emmy, also, if you have some time after this, you just go to our profiles and you click boost, and that's all it takes.
I will do that for you.
Thank you.
Just wait until they change my photos and then boost it, please.
And then go do it.
Yeah.
And then famous
Too
birthdays
ugly.
will be like, damn, it was fugly. Like, it was our fault. Now she's famous. Like,
Yes. That's exactly what they'll say.
Cool. Well, for my catch up, I just moved to New York. And I just want to say that my internet is wacko. And we only have fast internet. It's so fast in the living room, but in my room and in our rooms, it doesn't reach there at all. And I was on the call with Verizon and they were telling me all this shit I need to do. And it turns out we have this cord that every other apartment and house has in the whole world, but we don't have it because someone cut ours. Anyway, I just want to say, and I talked to my landlord and they were like, we can't help you. So I just want to say, internet is a human right and I'm starting a revolution. And thank you all for listening.
We have some boring ass catch ups this week. Wow, those were two of the most like lame ass catch ups I have ever had. Emmy, what happened this week that's fresh and fun and funky?
My friend sprained her ankle. we were like leaving, and she has this phone in her hand, and she's like, "Whose phone is this?" And we're all like, "It's not our phone." And then we realized we took someone's phone in an accident, but she like runs to give it back, and she's running back to my car and falls like straight off a curb into my car, and then boom, and her ankle looked like a knee. It was so like inflamed. So now we have crutches.
Oh.
Did you give the stranger that phone back?
Yeah. We were all like looking at it and it was like red and had like all these stickers on it. We're like, who is this?
Well, good Samaritan. Good job.
Sprained in the name of
for technology.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess you could say that karma got its kiss for her because she she stole someone's phone and then look what happened. So we wanted to, speaking of, start from the very beginning of Emmy on the internet.
Oh God.
Which I think a lot of people initially, not anymore, but initially you were the girl who was crying over the ticket.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Can you just explain like about when you blew up, what happened with that, and then also like how did you break away from that reputation?
Oh, it was a whole. I think I was 16 or 17 when that happened, and like I had a 21 Pilot fan account on Twitter, so that's where that originally was posted because I was like, oh, this is like. Well, I took the video. It was all very genuine. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're acting in that." I wish I was, but I was not. That like a whole situation happened, and then I took that video and then it like sat in my camera roll for a while because I was like, "This is so stupid. Like, why did I do that?" Because I was just gonna upload it for my friends to watch. And then one day I was like, I guess it's a little bit funny because I was just rewatching it, but I was like, I'm just gonna post it, and like thinking like maybe like 10 of my friends would see. No, I was wrong. I don't know like who initially like retweeted it or did what for it to start blowing up, but it started blowing up and then I started panicking and I'm like, am I going to get fired from my job? And like, I don't want my parents to see and like blah, blah, blah. But then like within like 3 days, it was just like, even if I delete it, it doesn't matter because everyone else saved it. But it was just kind of everywhere. And then I slowly started gaining followers and everything, which was cool. Cause I've been like doing social media, quote unquote, since I was like 13. But that all started happening. And then I kind of just stayed really steady for a while. And then TikTok came out and our friend was like, oh, download TikTok. I was like, no, that's so dumb. But then I did. And I started gaining a following on that. And then I was just like, I'm going to pretend that's not me for now. Like, I'm just not going to put two and two together. So, I mean, it worked for a second. And then then people were like, wait, is this you? So I just been posting it kind of, not posting the video, but being like, oh yeah, that's me. And everyone's like, wait, that's you? I didn't make the connection. But that whole video was a mess. That is another girl. I don't know her. But
when you said that you called to ask if they could just take you to jail, let me tell you, I laughed.
The way I was serious, I was like, who can I call? Because I literally did not have any money. I also explained it so poorly in that video. Like everyone's like, oh, if there's an ambulance with their like alarms on, why don't you move? But that like wasn't the case. Like there was a cop. The side of the highway, I call it a berm. I guess it's not normal, but
Never.
The side of the highway. Yeah, I don't know if it's an Ohio thing or what, but the side of the highway, there was a cop that had someone pulled over, and I'm like, okay, like I guess you're supposed to either like slow down about like 10 miles if you're passing them, or get over in like the other lane so you're not like right next to them as they're like stopped. I did not know this information, and I was probably speeding too, but I went like just straight past them, and then they like pull out from the car they already had pulled over and get back on the highway. So I'm just thinking like, oh, they're getting back on. They're leaving. No, I was wrong. They were after me. And that whole time I was like, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. And I didn't cry in front of him. And I thought maybe if I didn't, because he was just not having it. Like,
No,
if I
you're
cried, he
meant
would have
to
been like,
cry.
stop.
Oh.
I know you're supposed to, but he just seemed like I don't care if you cry. Like, if I would have started crying in front of him, he would have been like, can you stop? And I would have cried more. So I was like, I'm going to suck it up. And I was like, I did not know. I'm so sorry. And he's like, well, you should have known. And I was like, you're right.
Oh my
I'm sorry,
God.
sir.
Wait, I didn't know that.
Relax.
If they're stopped on the highway, you're meant to like get over to get away from them? I didn't know that.
Yes. If they're stopped on the side, like pulled someone over, whatever, you either have to slow down by like 10 miles, I think, or like get over. I didn't know that.
You must have
Damn.
been going like 120.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I literally think it was like
Speed
a
racing.
60. I was probably like max going 75, which I don't condone. Don't do that. But I definitely was speeding.
I feel like for a cop to like ditch the person they have pulled over to like go after someone new, you really must have been doing something bad.
Going 300.
I wasn't. 300.
Yeah.
He had no emotion to him. He was just like, and I was like, sorry, sir.
Well,
it's so scary.
They need to be defunded. So, I mean,
Period.
Just saying, period. I know that also you had mentioned that you put a PayPal link in the video.
Yeah.
Did anyone send you money? How much did you get?
Okay, I originally, like, when I posted it, I did not put the link. And then for a second, people were, like, tweeting me. They're like, where's the link? Where's the link? I was like, I guess I'll put it under. But then people actually started sending me money. And I'm like, I feel like an asshole. Like, I have to not do that. So, like, I, like, took that tweet down. But, like, I mean, I think I got, like, $200 before I was like, I feel like an asshole. And it was like so quick too, because everyone, like, when it was going viral, everyone's like, what's the link? What's the link? And I was like, I have to put the link. I have to pay for the ticket. And I put it, and then I was like, I'm a horrible person. This is horrible. I have to take it down. So I took it down. But I paid the ticket off. So that's all that mattered.
No, that's a fucking victory. You should have left it up. I wonder, you could be a millionaire by now.
I would have probably got so much money, but I just felt too bad. I was like, I don't want to be taking random people's money for absolutely no reason. Like, I was just like, oh, I cried. Give me your money. No. Like,
it's like tips. Entertainers work off of tips. So where you said you had a job and you didn't want to lose it. Where was that job? If you don't mind saying.
Bonefish Grill. It wasn't like, I literally like, it's not that I didn't want to lose it because I was like, I adore Bonefish Grill. I love working at Bonefish Grill. It's fun. But I literally just like, I don't want to have to go like get another job and train and blah, blah, blah. But I was like, I'm going to see how long I can go without anyone from work noticing this. And then I don't remember who at my work found it, but they're like, Emmy, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. I was like, oh my God, who is that? And then my manager like watched it and I thought she was going to fire me or yell at me. But she watched it and then came back on. She's like, this is the funniest thing ever. You're so funny. I mean, I was like, thank you. So everyone at Bonefish kind of just watched me like come up on social media because I used to talk about it all the time. And then they just slowly watched the whole thing happen. And it was so cool. They're all so great.
Thank you so much, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this episode of the podcast. You guys know I'm a little bitch for therapy. I love therapy. I feel like especially now to have an online service like this, it is so useful, so important. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own professional licensed therapist. And you can start communicating in under 48 hours. So it's, you know, instantaneous. You're getting the help that you need pretty much immediately. It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It is professional licensed therapists there to help you.
Yeah.
And I mean, Jack, you just started getting help. Didn't you?
So recently I made the decision. I had kind of like reached a breaking point of where I was like, you know what? I can't do this alone. For so long, I was like, I'm strong and I can do this. You know, I don't need help. And that was just foolish of me because now that I've started getting help and asking for help and realizing that I'm not alone in this, I'm so much happier and more content and understand myself better. So I'm really excited about telling you guys about BetterHelp. Also because it has a range of expertises that, you know, if you need something specific, there is someone for you to help you on there that may not be, you know, locally available. For instance, for gay people or, you know, trans people or people in our community, you know, sometimes it's harder to be open with someone like that in person. So this is a really great resource for that. And it's also available for clients worldwide. So no matter where you are, you can get your help. And you can log in your account anytime and message your counselor, and also set up weekly video or phone calls, so you don't have to like wait in an uncomfortable waiting room. I hate waiting in like medical waiting rooms.
Yeah. Especially now, like you can't even anyway. So it's just like the most useful service.
Absolutely.
I think.
And
but now
they make great matches, but if you don't feel like your counselor and you are a great match, it's super easy to switch and free of charge to switch. And it's more affordable than traditional offline counseling. So this is a great resource, and financial aid is available. So BetterHelp wants you to start living happier today, as do we. Visit their website and read their testimonials that are posted daily. And also visit betterhelp.com/dating. That's better, HELP. And join the over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. And in fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors. So there's someone for you. Special offer for Dating Straight listeners. You get 10% off your first month by going to betterhelp.com/dating.
Yeah, please try it. It's super useful, especially now. Also, thank you so much, Each and Every, for sponsoring this episode of the podcast. Each and Every. I have been using this deodorant since they sent it to me. Thanks, guys. And it's so good. Like, I really do care about what kind of deodorant I'm using. Because like you don't want to use like aluminum or parabens or something that clogs like what's it called when it makes you not sweat at all? Like that's not good for you. Yeah, that shit is not right. So I was literally using a piece of salt for years. So it's nice to add this little flavor back in my life. The one I've been using is cedar and vanilla. Oh my God. I just like smacked my microphone with it. But it's been so good and I've been really liking it.
Yeah, it's also gender inclusive and for sensitive skin. So like Amy was saying, it's made without aluminum, parabens, baking soda, alcohol, and synthetic fragrances. It's only 6 simple ingredients plus these yummy smelling essential oils. And they use supernatural ingredients like coconut oil and Dead Sea salt that work together to reduce body odor. And it has found to provide odor protection that is equal to antiperspirant without the aluminum. So that's really nice as well.
It's really good. Each and Every was founded by 2 women in the beauty industry that were frustrated by the lack of like high-end, good-for-you deodorants. And they really snapped with this one, I'll say it.
And one of the founders actually has a PhD in molecular and developmental biology. So obviously she has an understanding of like how the body interacts with ingredients.
Yeah, for sure.
And so Each and Every goes on silky smooth and keeps you odor-free all day. Plus it's vegan and cruelty-free. Try it risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Visit eachandevery.com/dating. That is eachandevery.com/dating, and use promo code dating for 30% off your first purchase. That's not eligible to combine with other discounts, so use ours. And that's promo code dating at eachandevery.com/dating.
Thanks, Each and Every.
Very cool. I know also another thing that you said in that video is that you were balding. I just wanted to get the update.
I literally I did like an intense side part when I had hair. Like I literally would part my hair here. I don't know what the reason
very
for that
Siwa.
was. It was so bad, but it would like start falling out right here, and there was just like a whole patch of hair that was missing from me intensely like side parting my hair. And then everyone's like, oh, it was balding and now you're bald. Like that whole thing. I wanted to shave my head in high school for this thing called St. Baldrick's, and it's like you raise money for childhood cancer or whatever, but I had so much acne and I was gross. And I was like, I already don't have friends. If I shave my head right now in high school, no. But like later on, I was like, I'm just going to do it, whatever. But I guess I timed it so unwell. But I was going to shave it for that. And then I was on Tosh.0, and that, like for that stuff,
What?
he emailed.
Yeah, wait, what?
Yeah,
For
okay.
what?
For the crying video thing. I was on Tosh, but I lined up with like shaving my head and like going on the show, and he's like, "Oh, can I shave it for you?" And I was like, sure." Because I just had to anyways. It didn't really matter how I did it. I just had to post it on the website after I did. But he's like, "Can I do it for you?" So the way it looked was, "Oh, you had a fucking breakdown, Emmy, and now you're shaving your head on TV." And I'm like, "Okay, yes." But it went from balding to just being bald. But I don't know. It's fun. I like having no hair.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're not balding. I actually still have triangles. Not because of, my part. It's just,
DNA.
Hairline.
I just have the genes. I just have the receding hairline. So I just wanted to know if you had any tips, but I'm glad to know that you're leaving me in the dust. And yeah, wait, and just lastly, I guess to wrap up that, your history of that. So I know you said you posted it on Twitter, but I feel like when it went really viral, it was someone else who posted it.
Oh, for sure.
And it got like hundreds of thousands of retweets. So you didn't even get like the clout for that necessarily.
Yeah, I mean the one I originally posted, the account that it was on, I deleted a long time ago. So I just know it got a lot less than everyone else posting it. But like all these big accounts were like posting it on like Instagram and Twitter and like YouTube and all that stuff and blah blah blah. But it kind of just blew up from that. And then I think more of the getting a following from it was just people in the comments being like, "Who is this?" and then other people tagging me. So that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But it was an interesting time period.
Yeah, your rise to fame Not that you're not famous, but sorry.
Whoa!
No,
I get what you're saying.
I didn't mean it like that. But your rise to your rise to stardom was, I don't know. I feel like so unique. Like I feel like so many people get caught in that like one of their memes or whatever like goes viral and they never make anything of it, but you like turned it into something. So all I'm trying to say is go off.
Period. I was nervous about that because I was like, okay, now I was like young, so I'm like, well, how do I go about this in a way where I can like continue it without it just being like, oh, crying girl. Because yes, it does come back to that, but it's like now I think I've come to a point where it's like, okay, I'm just Emmy, but like,
yeah,
I'll take it.
It's like your dirty piece of history. Like it's like nobody has to know, but those who do know, like it's kind of a fun little tidbit.
Yeah, I love when people I know like find out and they're like, wait, that's literally you, and I'm like, yeah, and then they're just like, I didn't know. But that's also just so nice. Like you don't need to know.
Okay,
cool.
so we also know that you just moved to Los Angeles like mid-pandemic. What was that like?
It was like I mean like 2 months before. So like I had I came here I think the 1st of January I moved in. So I had like 2 months before everything kind of went like ooh. But I also didn't really use those 2 months to do much out here, so I'm kind of just like chilling. But I don't know. I was thinking about it. I was like, why did I literally live so close to Universal. I live by Disney. Like, why didn't I do all these things before? And then I remember it starting up. It was in like March, and they're like, oh, we're going to be on lockdown. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to go buy half the grocery store because I'm scared. And I like did that. And then it's just like, I mean, I guess it's normal now how it is. But once the pandemic is over, if it ever is, I need to definitely go explore the area.
But you like moved here and you like kind of moved here with like some of your TikTok friends. Like you have your friends who are like TikTokers and you guys are just like TikTok-y and like being TikTok, you know? And how is that? Is it really fun? Do you feel like you're like inspiring each other and like, is this everything you've dreamed of?
The thing with that is literally none of my TikTok friends like actually live here. They all just visit like just different rounds of people. I kind of moved out here not really knowing anybody. I'm just I guess some of my friends will come out here eventually or whatever. But most of my friends don't do TikTok, like my friends here, but they visit a lot. But I mean, Ian kind of lives out here pretty much now, but it's weird because it's like they'll come visit for like 2 weeks and I'll just have all these friends and then I'll be like alone for a month and I'll be like, this is so boring. Can people come back? But with TikTok and like drawing inspiration from like my friends and stuff, I feel like my TikToks are so stupid and like here's just what is on my mind right now. Like it's never really planned out. So I don't know. I feel like we're all very different with how we do our videos and stuff, but
yeah. My favorite TikTok of yours, I think, is the one where you and Ian are in front of a trash can and you keep hitting it against your head and then you twist it, and that one's really good.
That one was a mess. That was the funniest thing ever. We laughed about that for like 20 minutes afterwards. So funny.
Also, speaking of roommates, I don't know if you remember this, but actually I had DM'd you being like, we should room together. And then I guess I just like wasn't famous enough for you.
No, I was just thinking this, but like the timing of everything and like, I don't know. I'm trying to move out just into a studio soon, probably. I just like my space. Like I like to do my thing. No, but I do remember that conversation because I was just thinking about it. I was like, didn't we talk about that on Twitter? I was right.
So, oh well, I guess I'm fine, everyone. Thanks for asking.
Jack, you don't even literally live in Los Angeles anymore.
Don't you live in New York?
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. I'm totally well and I feel awesome. So, okay, well, let's get into some of your obsessions. I feel like you are like a super stan and you're kind of, no offense, but like a crazy wacko cuckoo person.
No offense, but you're kind of crazy.
What are you doing? You're
No,
just like
I get
ripping
that, I
on
get
Emmwee
that.
this whole time.
Is that what it sounds like?
I'm sweating. No offense, but you're insane. Can you tell us about that?
No,
What's it
That's
like?
what I just had.
The obsession thing. Okay, like it's the whole like stan culture part of me definitely started with like One Direction in 6th grade. And then it became like kind of an unhealthy obsession, I will admit. And then it turned into like YouTubers and stuff like Zoella and that whole era. And then, I mean, One Direction stayed there the whole time.
You were a
Like-
Zoella stan?
Oh
We
my
all
God, I
were.
loved-
What?
Were you not?
Yeah, were you
I
not?
didn't know. I didn't think anyone like stanned. I thought everyone was just like, oh, you're cute and like relaxing.
I loved her. I loved Joe and Casper and Alfie and that whole like
The
group of
Tyler
people. I was
Oakley
obsessed.
world.
Tyler Oakley. I was
Yeah.
obsessed.
Me
I
too,
was also like
honestly.
13.
Oh,
They were so entertaining.
I was at
No,
Amy
it's
was like, I was 20.
yeah, I was at least 18, but still.
No, it started with that, and then it like, I mean, obviously One Direction, and then like Fifth Harmony and stuff, and then I mean, okay, I love internet people, whatever, but like, and when it comes down to it, Harry Styles. That just kind of came from the 6th grade One Direction obsession, and then it went over to Harry Styles. I do probably need to cool it down on my obsession with him, but I don't know how to do that, so I'm not gonna. But I adore that man, and it's like this. I'm gonna sound creepy saying it's not creepy, but it's not even in a creepy way. I just admire him as a person. He's fantastic and amazing and beautiful. But it's fine.
Okay, so you loved One Direction, 1D, as they call them.
1D.
Did you ever read, did you write fanfic or just read?
I can't read. Like, I'm so bad at reading, and I hated reading. So, no, I never really read, like, fanfic and stuff. The last book I read on my own willingly was in 8th grade, and it was The Fault in Our Stars, and I was in Spanish class, and I cried. But I hate reading, so I did not do that. But I did, like, try to do the whole, like, I'm good at drawing. I'm going to draw, like, Harry Styles, like not in a weird way, just like that fun type of stuff.
Naked Harry Styles.
Never.
Okay.
It was fun though.
It was just like a stick figure of him, and you were like,
I'm like,
wow.
This is art. This is amazing.
Yeah, I feel like that is a part of sort of like your brand is like how I don't know, like I feel like the super stans have found you and found like home and solace in you because you don't judge them like, you know, the other people do. And, you know, you have, I feel like not only do you have Harry Styles, but you also have like Billie Eilish. I feel like I have known you to be a stan. Yeah. And like Jon Bellion was the first video, correct? It was about Jon Bellion, the crying video.
You have a tattoo of Jon Bellion? Is that what you're showing us?
Yeah.
Wait, it's like of him?
It's from his third album. It's called The Definition, but it's just the cover art that's on it. And I love Jon Bellion very much.
Cute.
He's so good.
And then Jimmy Fallon. Please explain that one.
I can't explain. I don't know the answer to that. Okay. So with him, I'm going to sound like I have actually issues, but like with him and like Adam Sandler and Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson, I'm just like, why are these the most comforting group of men ever? And like, I'm afraid of men and I'm like, I'm scared of all men, but something about them, I'm like, they seem really nice and fun, not in a weird way, but just like something about them. And then something about Jimmy Fallon's just charming. I love Jimmy Fallon. I don't know what the reason is, but the greatest day of my life, I was in Florida at Universal. Did you know there's a Jimmy Fallon ride?
No. What is the Jimmy Fallon
Jimmy
ride?
Fallon. You like, it's like, I don't know, like what's it called? Like 3D, like, I don't know what it is. You just sit in a seat and it's like a video and Jimmy Fallon's like, hello. And you just like pretend you're at Jimmy Fallon's show,
No.
I guess. But it's so entertaining. And I bought Jimmy Fallon temporary tattoos and I love Jimmy Fallon. I don't really have a reason. I don't.
It was just pure bliss.
There's just
Wait, so it's a whole ride
was.
and you just pretend like you're going to the Jimmy Fallon show? And you just sit there and it's 3D Jimmy Fallon show?
Yeah, and he like throws this little note at you and there's like air coming out of the sides and like, I don't know, it's so weird. It's fun. I just love him.
I feel like everything you've said so far, you're like, not in a weird way.
I know. I sound crazy. I like actually sound like a mental patient, but I guess there's not really a way to like say I love a 50-year-old man without sounding weird.
Oh my God, I just choked, literally.
Well, it sounds like you are healthy and happy and no one can judge, you know?
Oh yeah, no hate. I mean, I was like really obsessed with Ellen also in an unhealthy way, but now, you know, look at her go. So,
but you're also
Ellen.
a lesbian.
What about it?
Like you have like something that relates you to. I feel like Emmy and Jimmy have like less in common than like you and Ellen.
Nothing.
Well, this is what I genuinely wanted from Ellen. I wanted to die and then get reincarnated as a child that she would have with Pasha. So, like I would think about that sometimes, but no, that's not what happened. I'm still here, and she doesn't have children, and now she's terrible. So I guess it like all worked out for the best.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are we missing anyone, Emmy, with your obsessions, or have we wrapped it up? Have we?
Yeah. Who else you got?
21 Pilots. I love 21 Pilots.
Still to this day?
Yeah, do they still make music?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, their newer album's really good. That's I was just tweeting about this because like I used to be like, oh, I like 21 Pilots because I was like embarrassed. I'm like, why am I embarrassed? Like they're good. I like them. That's all. Like, why? Have you ever thought about that? Like the amount of people that are like, oh, you like this? stupid. Or like Rex Orange County or Tyler the Creator. Like, that's so basic. Like, why do people care?
Yeah.
Like, it's just music.
Yeah.
But no, I love 21 Pilots still. I think that they're very good and they make me happy. So.
Amen.
Yeah, you deserve to like 21 Pilots. I used to really like 21 Pilots. I feel like when someone doesn't release an album like a month later, then I'm like, oh, they're gone. Bye.
They're gone forever.
Yeah, see ya.
No, they're good.
Awesome. Well, okay, now that we've talked about your, stan tendencies, we want to talk about your beef.
You love hard and you hate harder.
Okay, so we saw that video on the Hollywood Fix about you going off on Bryce Hall. Could you please explain that situation?
What happened?
I don't know him. I've never met him. I just like Josiah.
Yes.
He's our one friend. Me, Ian, and Josiah were sitting in my room. We're like, we need to make YouTube videos. And they already both had ideas. And I'm like, well, what am I going to do? And then I was like, it'd be so funny if we like got on Hollywood Fix and like made up a whole story that's not real. But we had Josiah DM the Hollywood Fix guy. We're like, we have, Bryce Hall just had a party.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like, we have tea on his party. We didn't go to a party. We're like, we have tea on the party. And the Hollywood Fix guy's like, what? And Josiah sends a picture of like a fake black eye.
Oh my God.
And then the Hollywood Fix guy's like, what is this? And he's like, I got punched. And he's like, by who? And he's like, Bryce Hall. So we get there, and this man thinks we're about to talk about like Josiah getting punched, which he didn't. We don't know Bryce Hall. But I literally was like, wait, I have something to say. And then I don't know why I thought I should say he shit himself, but I did. And then he's like, I got punched. And the Hollywood Fix guy's like, so you were at the party? And we're like, well, no, but we did.
And then
I don't know if Bryce Hall saw that. Hope not. If he did, he's going to be very fucking confused because I don't know him.
I'm sure he saw that. Surely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know.
And
I'll just ignore it.
Ian said that he got pink eye from him as well as other itches, I believe.
Other itches. Yeah. We don't, like, I don't know what's wrong with us.
Well.
It was funny in the moment.
Oh, it's funny now. But
I'll take it.
I feel like you guys are just
Trailblazing.
You're like shit posting in real life.
With social media and everything, it's like, I don't know. Because I just like to just put my personality out there, which sometimes bites me in the butt. But like, just kind of just, like, I don't want to say not putting work into it, because certain aspects, yes, I put work into it. But like, just with like posting videos and stuff, I'd rather people just fully see like my personality and like what I'm thinking versus like, oh, here's a character, or like here's a scripted video, which I think is cool that people do that, but that's just not how I wanted to go about it.
Yeah.
But
I feel like you don't take it too seriously, which is nice.
Yeah.
But also, okay, that was round one. I get ready for round two. So
Yes.
We know that you personally knew Jake Paul from Ohio. I saw your TikTok a few weeks ago, of a picture of you guys that looked like in like a mall. So will you please explain that?
Okay, he grew up in the city right next to me, and like it's like very small cities in Ohio. It's like maybe 10 minutes away. I was not his friend or anything. I just he was just everywhere all the time because we lived so close. He never did anything bad to me, but I've heard a lot of things about him not being too nice of a person.
Damn.
He used to walk around this outdoor mall. I don't think this was his fault, but like there would be posses that would follow him around, and it kind of just looked like he like, I don't know, like one time I was trying to go get frozen yogurt. No, because I walked in and Jake Paul and 45 other people were in there and I could not get frozen yogurt. I don't know. They're just a lot. I've heard a lot of not good things from people that knew them, but they also just, why did the FBI raid his house? What did he do? I was just thinking that.
Well,
now
they
too.
found stuff. They found like guns and stuff, didn't they? Ooh, was
I-
that? I
I
watched
know. I think that's right.
Philip DeFranco, and he said there were guns like by a hot tub, just like. And I see that for Jake Paul. You know, I see him just like chilling in a hot tub with a fucking gun. Anyway.
I saw some like crazy stuff. Oh, he's like in a sex trafficking ring and like blah blah blah. I was like, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna just believe that straight away. I need some backup on that. But like, he's not in jail or anything, so it was probably just which is probably isn't good. I don't know.
But so you like sort of personally knew him, but obviously you are, as with most people, you're like a critic. Do you feel like he has like seen that, or do you think that he knows who you are, or like, you know, have you spoken at all?
Probably not. I've never spoken to him. I don't know. I feel like we're on such different sides of the internet that probably not. I don't know. I always wonder like who has seen me and who hasn't, because like I don't know.
Yeah.
Very, very different content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, finally, do you have any other beef that we don't know about that we should report to, you know, pretend we're Hollywood Fix and
Just make up another story. I don't really have beef with people. I mean, if people try to like start anything with me, I'm kind of just like, okay, I don't feel like it. Like, I just don't feel like arguing with people. So no, I don't really have any with anyone. Thank God.
Good for you.
Well,
yeah.
We'll do some investigating and
Start
We'll
digging
see.
through my Twitter.
yeah.
Let's get into some advice.
Yeah. Who wants to
Jack?
go first?
Oh, I'll do
Okay.
it. Okay.
Okay.
When I was 17, this girl kissed me. We proceeded to have sex for the next 3 years. All in secret, though. We were just best friends. I fell in love with this girl, but near the end of our friendship, she met this guy, and all while still sleeping with me, and they started dating. Dang it. The way she broke it off is the best, though. And I quote, "She worked it out with God, but still want to be friends." Still kills me. But we stopped sleeping together. Fast forward 3 years, and she's about to marry this guy. I've never outed her because not my place, but I want closure/revenge. Call it what you want. I found that wedding gift registry, not creepy. It was on Facebook, and we are friends. I want to buy something. Should I do it? Asking for a friend. My friends are split on whether I should do it or not. Also signing it. I worked it out with God. Shit. What do you guys think?
The whole "I worked it out with God" thing is a little scary.
Yeah.
It's a
very-
little Anthony.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
I feel so bad for him.
I know
That's
something
Me
is
too.
going
like
on.
identity crisis, something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sad. This situation.
Well, I guess
the way
it
that if
depends.
this
Like,
happened to
what
me,
would you
I would shut
buy?
down.
A strap on.
No.
I would do it. I think that's funny. I think that's a funny way to like mic drop and then never speak to each other again. Like,
Yeah,
you know?
it could be.
It
Not-
could
not-
be.
not the
I
strap
think my
on.
brain would just shut down. Not
Not the strap on, just like anything.
a fucking bowl.
I'm
It's like just something
Did you say a
so
bowl?
random. Yeah.
get him a bowl engraved.
Oh, I like that.
Well,
Jeez.
so yes? Is that what we're saying?
I would say no.
I think I would say no
I think-
too. It's like keep your money.
Yeah.
Don't why? You know?
Keep your money and also just like it sucks, but just erase it from your brain.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I'm like, oh, something really bad happened. It never happened, so I'm gonna ignore it.
No. Okay.
Empty head, no thoughts. Yeah. Like, okay, that sounds like also a good plan. So either ignore it completely, ignore your feelings, or be petty. is what we have said. So awesome.
True.
Okay, I'll read the next one. I'm a senior in high school and my girlfriend and I have been dating for over a year. Next year, we're going to college. Our schools are only 2.5 hours apart, so we decided to try and make it work long distance. At the beginning of quarantine, we were really putting in a lot of work to stay connected, but recently it's been getting difficult. She kind of disappeared for a few days, and when I heard from her again, she said that quarantine has made her realize that she'd be terrible in a long distance relationship and would not be able to handle a relationship that she really wanted to keep, but she really wanted to keep me in her life. I was honestly devastated and didn't really want to get out of bed for days. High and desperate, I texted her how much I missed her, and now I've been talking again as friends, but it's honestly kind of tearing me apart and also confusing me. Because we're in quarantine and couldn't see each other anyway, our relationship feels almost exactly the same. The rest of quarantine will be so rough if I stop talking to her, but I know it's also probably really unhealthy to still be talking to her every day. I would love your bad advice, please.
Oh my God.
That is funny.
Go to therapy immediately and stop talking to her.
Yeah. Also, if it were like meant to work out and there was genuine love on both ends, it would work. It's also just like, it must be so draining.
Oh, man.
Like,
Yeah.
put in constant effort on one end.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like if someone is telling you that they can't be in a relationship, trust them. And then like, because they've given you the
Info.
I don't know, the info,
lowdown.
and which is hard. And then, you know, you have to do with that what you will. And I think what's best for you. They've done the hard part on their end. It's time to do the hard part on your end and just stop talking.
Damn.
Yeah. And then once you get over the hard part, it feels so much better. Like the hard part's
It's the hard part.
chunk of time. It's the hard part. It's a chunk of time, but once it's over with,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that stinks.
Therapy, love.
Okay.
Okay, Emmy.
Emmy, you want to read the last one?
You're up.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm really bad at reading, so let's just try.
No, I'm the same. That's why I always want to read the small one.
The tiny one. It says, hey, Jack, Amy, and guest. I've been I can't read. I've been going strong all quarantine, not texting my ex-girlfriend, but she's pregnant right now. It's not mine. I'm also a girl, and I was worrying about her today. I know that she would be a queen. I can't read. I know that she would be the queen of ignoring social distancing. Before this all happened, I was just concerned that she was going to drink and smoke while pregnant. She drinks, smokes cigarettes, and is low-key a pothead. I didn't know how that bitch was going to last 9 months. Should I text her out of concern, even though she might have feelings for me still if I've moved on? Help. Also love the podcast as well as Jack's quarantine YouTube content.
Thank you.
Period.
Thanks, guys. It's awesome to be
Don't
here.
text her. Don't do it.
I think if you are over it and think they still have feelings, it's not gonna benefit you in any way. If you've gone this long without saying anything, you kind of just like have to let them destroy their own life and figure out based on that. Like, no, because it's like it's not your responsibility to like.
No.
I don't know how to word that without sounding like an asshole, but it's like
No, it's not.
you can't let all that fall on you.
Absolutely. I think also
Sorry.
What?
You go for it. I was just going to say, do you think a text from you is going to stop her from like smoking and drinking while she's pregnant?
Yeah.
She didn't do that on her own. She's not going to do it because you text her one time.
That is so true. Like, this person thinks they're like going to be the savior for this kid and this woman, but like
No.
in reality, they're probably just not over it yet much as they think they are.
Ooh.
True.
Yeah.
And if anything, like the one text of being like, oh, you probably shouldn't do this will probably just lead to a whole nother emotional thing rather than fixing what the original issue was.
Totally.
That's true. And also, like, I don't know. This is going to sound really rude. I hope it doesn't come off this way, but like, I feel like trying to start a relationship with someone during pregnancy when they're pregnant with someone else's child is like, definitely something like definitely an exciting quarantine experiment, but like you really have to make sure when you do that you are, you know,
I don't think
accepting
that's what she's even saying, that she wants a relationship with that pregnant
me either.
ex.
But then you never. I know lesbians and I know how y'all fall in to each other and I know how this works. It's the ex pandemic, as Shan Booty says, and everyone's getting back with their exes. And I just want to protect this person.
So definitely don't text them. But good luck.
Yeah.
We are wishing you the very best.
Wow. So for all of these, we've been like, don't do what you want to do. Just
Don't do it.
Well, that's awesome. I think we've given pretty good advice today, which is good because we usually give bad advice. So, Emmy, where can the listeners find more of you and what are you up to right now?
I'm starting music soon.
Wait, what?
It probably won't be. I don't.
Cool.
Yes.
Wait, let's talk about that.
Yeah, can we talk about that?
Okay. Well, I hopefully will have something out by the end of the year. No promises, but that's what I'm shooting for. But yeah, I'm trying to fan out to that because that's what I've always wanted to do.
Oh my God.
Cool.
Can you sing for us right now? Give us a run.
I can't do that on the spot.
Yeah.
But that's going on. Nothing else.
Well,
Just TikTok.
where will they find you?
Oh yeah. You can find me on TikTok at Emmwee and Instagram at Emmy Hartman or Twitter at Emmy M Hartman. All my usernames are different, and that's so horrible. But okay.
You can also find her on the Hollywood Fix.
On Hollywood Fix.
Yeah. So thank you, Emmy. We are so excited to have you, and you're awesome.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Okay, thanks for listening. I'm Emmy Hartman.
I'm Jack Dodge, and this is Dating Straight.
See you next Tuesday.
Could be broken-hearted lovers.